In a morning walk, three persons step off together. Their steps measure 80 cm, 85 cm, and 90 cm respectively. What is the minimum distance each should walk so that all can cover the same distance in complete steps?
Perfect. Have to find LCM is the correct choice.
Two tankers contain 850 liters and 680 liters of kerosene oil respectively. Find the maximum capacity of a container, which can measure the kerosene oil of both the tankers when used an exact number of times.
Well done. Have to find Asif is the right choice.
Two neon lights are turned on at the same time. One blinks every 4 seconds and the other blinks every 6 seconds. In 60 seconds, how many times will they blink at the same time? Smart pick. 5 times is the correct choice. In the divisibility of 11, the difference between the sum of numbers at even places and odd places should be either dashy or divisible by dash. In order to be divisible by 11, solid response. Zoran 11 is a valid choice.
In an election, the winning candidate got 505 votes, which are 842 votes more than the losing candidate. How many votes did the losing candidate got?
Great thinking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 63 is the right choice. Boxes that are 12 cm tall are being stacked next to boxes that are 18 cm tall. What is the shortest height at which the two stacks will be at the same height?
Sharp thinking. 36 cm is the right choice. 4 bells toll at the interval of 4, 7, 12, and 84 seconds. The bells toll together at 7 o'clock. How many times will they again toll together in 28 minutes?
Excellent choice. 20 is the right answer. 3 bottles of oil contain 240, 288 ml of oil respectively. Find the largest container which can measure these quantities of oil exactly. Correct response. 24 is the most accurate answer.
3 bells ring at the interval of 15, 20, 30 minutes respectively. If they ring together at 12 noon, when will they again ring together?
You chose 1 p.m. and it is correct. Write a digit in the blank space of each of the following numbers so that the number formed is divisible by 11. 92-389. Good job. Your answer 8 works well here. The Asif of 2 numbers is 23 and their LCM is 1449. If one of the numbers is 161, then what is the other number? Valid point. 27 is true. Renu has music class every 3rd day. Seema has one every 8th day. When will they have a class on the same day? Well picked. Day 24 is the correct answer. Is the number. Which of the following digit can be replaced by to make the number divisible by 3? You got it. Your choice 7 is right. Identify whether the given statement is true or falses. The sum of 2 odd numbers is always odd. Clear logic. Your choice false is sound and 100% true. If the difference of odd and even places is divisible by 11, then the number is divisible by 11. Well reasoned. True is the correct choice. Find the smallest possible number which on adding 19 becomes exactly divisible by 28, 36, and 45. Nice selection. 1241 is the correct and valid answer. The greatest number that will divide 455, 572, and 699, leaving the remainder 456 respectively? Smart move. 63 is an accurate answer.
The numbers other than 1 whose only factors are 1 and the same number is known as dash numbers.
Right again. Prime is a valid answer. If last two digits of a number is divisible by 4, then the number is also divisible by 4.
Strong choice. True is the right answer.
LCM of two numbers is 180. Then which of the following is not the HCF of the numbers?
75 is a solid answer.
The maximum capacity of a container that can measure 60 liter and 75 liter exactly is?
Good thinking. 15 liters is the right answer.
Insert, comma suitably according to International System of Numeration in 999851002.
Great job. 99985-102 is the accurate answer.
The greatest digit in that of 67s or 24, so that the number formed is divisible by 3.
Bravo. 8 is the answer.
Using digits 0, 5, 6, and 7 without repetition make the greatest 4-digit number.
You're right. 7650 is the correct answer.
Identify whether the given statement is true or false. All prime numbers are odd.
On track. False is the correct answer.
If a number is divisible by 5, then which of the following can be its ones digit?
Excellent. 5 is a brilliant choice.
You have two numbers, 20 and 100. What number can you divide out of both of them? Right choice. 10 is the best answer.
The number that has only 1 and number itself as factors is known as dash the number.
Nice work. You chose prime and it is correct.
Is divisible by 22. Which two numbers nearest to 1870 are each divisible by 22?
X1838 1892 makes sense and it is right choice.
If a number is divisible by 9, then the sum of the digits is divisible by dash.
Correct. 9 is the right answer.
The numbers which have only 2 factors are called as?
Clear logic. Your choice prime is sound and 100% true.
Insert the correct digit to make the following number divisible by 3.60-2.
Bravo, 1 is the answer.
Joe has listed the first 4 multiples of 7 as 7, 14, 22, 28. Which one is incorrect?
Great job. 22 is the accurate answer.
Fill in the smallest digit in the blank so that 156-9 is divisible by 3.
Excellent. Zoe is a brilliant choice.
Replaced by the smallest digit so that the number is divisible by 11.647.
Great thinking. 2 is the right choice.
The smallest 3-digit number which is exactly divisible by 4, 5, and 6 is dash.
Good thinking. 120 is the right answer.
If a number is divisible by 2 and 3 both, then the number is divisible by 6.
Nice work. You chose true and it is correct.
Which of the following pairs of numbers have a least common multiple of 56?
Solid response. 7 and 8 is a valid choice.
A number has 15 as a factor. Can you give 2 other factors of that number?
Good job. Your answer 3-5 works well here.
Whole numbers are a set of numbers that includes all dash numbers and 0.
Strong choice. Natural is the right answer.
A dash, a number, is a whole number that has exactly 2 factors, 1 and itself.
Right choice. Prime is the best answer.
State true or false. Every multiple is greater than or equal to that number.
Correct. True is the right answer.
The following numbers are all dash of 7, 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56 dash.
Valid point. Multiples is true.
If a number is divisible by both 2 and 3, then it is also divisible by dash.
Well reasoned. 6 is the correct choice.
If a number is divisible by 12, then it can be divisible by both 3 and 4.
Nicely done. Yes is a solid answer.
Two numbers having 1 as the only common factor are known as dash numbers. You're right. Co-prime is the correct answer.
When 1 is added to the greatest 4-digit number, what is the result?
Smart pick. Smallest 5-digit number is the correct choice.
A number which has either 0 or 5 in its ones place is divisible by dash. On track. 5 is the correct answer.
Which operation would you do first in this calculation? 6 4 plus equal to?
Sharp thinking. Brackets is the right choice.
When 1 is subtracted from smallest 5-digit number, what is the result?
Excellent choice. Greatest 4-digit number is the right answer.
Two numbers having only 1 as a common factor are called dash numbers.
Exactly. Co-prime makes sense and it is right choice. The number which exactly divides a number is called dash of a number.
Well picked. Factor is the correct answer.
Fill the blank with the suitable digit. Dash A325 is divisible by 9.
Smart move. 9 is an accurate answer.
The number of distinct prime factors of smallest 5-digit number is.
Correct response. 2 is the most accurate answer.
The two numbers which have only 1 as their common factor are called.
Well done. Co-prime is the right choice. Find the multiples of 7 which is greater than 56 but less than 77. You got it. Your choice 6370 is right. Multiple of a number is greater or equal to the given number. Right again. True is a valid answer. If a number has 0 in its ones place, then it is divisible by dash. Perfect. Both 5 and 10 is the correct choice. The LCM of 2 or more numbers is the lowest of their common dash. Nice selection. Multiples is the correct and valid answer. Every composite number has at least 4 factors. State true or false. You chose false, and it is correct.
A number has uncountable number of factors. State true or false plus.
Smart pick. False is the correct choice. What are the next 3 multiples? 6, 12, 18, dash, dash, dash. Valid point. 30, 36 is true. State true or false plus a number is a factor of all its multiples. Clear logic. Your choice true is sound and 100% true. Short form of divide, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. Smart move. Dima is an accurate answer. Find the missing multiple 10, 10, 20, 30, 40, dash 60, 70, 80. Exactly. 50 makes sense and it is right choice.
By what numbers is 6123 divisible?
Nice selection. 3 is the correct and valid answer.
The two consecutive prime numbers with difference 2 are called.
Well picked.
Twin primes is the correct answer.
The sum of two consecutive odd numbers is always divisible by.
Perfect. 4 is the correct choice.
Which of the following numbers is a multiple of both 6 and 9?
Good job. Your answer 18 works well here.
Which of the following number is divisible by 3 but not by 9?
Right choice. 330 is the best answer.
A number which has only two factors are called dash numbers. On track. Prime numbers is the correct answer. In which of the following prime factorization has been done?
Well reasoned. Line equal to xxx is the correct choice.
A number is divisible by 5 and 6. It may not be divisible by.
Right again. 60 is a valid answer. Antarctica is 2538 m below sea level. Represent as integer.
Well done. 2538m is the right choice.
All numbers which are divisible by 8 must be divisible by 4. Good thinking. True is the right answer.
What is the remembering word for simplifying the questions?
Great job, Bodamas is the accurate answer. 24 can be expressed as sum of two odd prime numbers as dash. Bravo. 13 plus 11 is the answer.
The integer 8 units to the left of 0 on the number line is.
Correct response. 8 is the most accurate answer. What is the minimum odd multiple of 37 between 500 and 700?
Strong choice. 555 is the right answer.
A number which is divisible by 9 is also divisible by dash. Solid response. 3 is a valid choice. If a number 74498 is divisible by 22, the digit at is.
Sharp thinking. 6 is the right choice.
The first two common multiples of 3 and 4 are dash and dash. Nicely done. 12 and 24 is a solid answer. If a number is divisible by 9, it must be divisible by 3. You got it. Your choice true is right. Multiples of a number are always greater than the number.
Correct. False is the right answer.
Two prime numbers whose difference is 2 is known as dash.
Great thinking. Twin prime numbers is the right choice.
Dash of a number is greater than or equal to that number. Excellent. Multiple is a brilliant choice.
What is the greatest multiple of 6 that is less than 50?
You're right. 48 is the correct answer. The sum of first three common multiples of 3, 4, and 9 is. You chose 2 as 16, and it is correct. The numbers which have more than two factors are called. Nice work. You chose composite, and it is correct. How many prime numbers are there which are less than 30? Excellent choice. 10 is the right answer. The number 208221 is divisible by which of the following? Excellent. 3 is a brilliant choice. Which of 5 following numbers is not a factor of 36? Valid point. 8 is true. Correct ascending order 5000, 7520, 400, 7861 is. Sharp thinking. 8400, 7861, 7500, 5000 is the right choice. The least prime number with consecutive digits is dash.
Well done. 23 is the right choice.
The number 9876032 can be written in Indian system as.
Clear logic, your choice 987, 65, 432 is sound and 100% true.
Which of the following is the smallest natural number?
Perfect. 1 is the correct choice.
18 is divisible by 6. Is it also divisible by 2 and 3?
Correct response. True is the most accurate answer.
Say true or false, the number 3165 is divisible by 9.
Great job. False is the accurate answer.
Which of these expresses 24 as sum of two odd primes?
On track. 19 plus 5 is the correct answer.
Which of the following numbers is not divisible by 4?
Good thinking. 46 is the right answer.
The usual form of the number 5x100 plus 61 is dash. You got it. Your choice 506 is right. If R and B are co-primes, then their LCM is dash.
Smart move. Abby is an accurate answer.
Determine which of the following is divisible by 4.
Well reasoned. 3 and 9 5 at 12 is the correct choice.
LCM of two numbers 12 and 16 is 48. Find their heft.
Smart pick. 4 is the correct choice.
The sum of an even number and an odd number is dash. Well picked. Odd number is the correct answer.
A prime number has exactly two factors. True or false?
Nice work. You chose true and it is correct. Two numbers having 1 as a common factor is known as. Nicely done. Co-prime numbers is a solid answer.
The numbers which are not multiple of 2 are called.
Solid response. Odd is a valid choice.
What is the greatest prime number between 1 and 10?
Bravo. 7 is the answer.
Which of the following is not a factor pair of 24?
You're right. 8 and 4 is the correct answer.
The number of factors of a given number is finite. You chose true, and it is correct.
The number which is neither prime nor composite is.
Exactly. 1 makes sense and it is right choice.
The number of multiples of a given number is dash.
Excellent choice. Infinite is the right answer. Which of the following numbers is a prime number? Correct. 19 is the right answer. What is the difference between 20x3 and 10x5? Nice selection. 10 is the correct and valid answer.
45, 54, and 63 are all multiples of which number? Right again. 9 is a valid answer. What is the greatest common factor of 42 and 72? Strong choice. 2 is the right answer. Which is the largest prime number less than 100? Right choice. 97 is the best answer.
True or false? 2 is the only even prime number.
Great thinking. True is the right choice.
Which of the following numbers are twin primes? Good job. Your answer 5, 7 works well here. These factors are for which number? 1, 3, 5, 15. Clear logic. Your choice 15 is sound and 100% true.
Is 524 divisible by 3?
Correct. No is the right answer.
True or false? Factors of a number are infinite. Solid response. False is a valid choice. The hasif of 2 consecutive even numbers is dash. Smart move.
2 is an accurate answer.
4 equal to 2x2, 15 equal to 3x5. So HCF of 4 and 15 is?
Nicely done. 1 is a solid answer.
Which one of the following is a true algorithm?
Excellent. Euclid's algorithm is a brilliant choice.
How many factor pairs are there for number 36?
Well reasoned. 5 is the correct choice.
The total number of even prime numbers is dash.
Valid point. 1 is true.
The product of two even numbers is always even.
Strong choice. True is the right answer.
What is the next multiple? 12, 24, 36, 48 dash.
Well picked. 60 is the correct answer.
Number of factors of any given number are dash.
Nice work. You chose finite and it is correct.
Which of the following are not multiples of 13?
Exactly. 41 makes sense and it is right choice.
The number of prime numbers between 90 and 100.
Great thinking. 1 is the right choice.
2 numbers having only 1 as a common factor.
You chose co-prime number and it is correct.
Which of the following is a composite number?
Nice selection. 39 is the correct and valid answer.
Which of the following pairs is not co-prime? Great job. 8, 10 is the accurate answer.
Smallest composite number between 10 and 20.
On track. 12 is the correct answer. What is the sum of first 10 multiples of 28? You're right. 1540 is the correct answer.
How many prime numbers lie between 1 and 10?
Right choice. 4 is the best answer. The HCF of 2 consecutive numbers is always. Correct response. 1 is the most accurate answer. Which of the given below numbers is a prime?
Good job. Your answer 47 works well here.
Which pair has same digits at hundreds place?
Well done. 2334, 2340 is the right choice.
Check whether 308 is divisible by 11 or not. You got it. Your choice yes is right. A number which is factor of every number is.
Bravo. 1 is the answer.
The common factors of 4, 12, and 16 are dash.
Sharp thinking. 1, 2, and 4 is the right choice.
Dash is the highest factor of every number.
Smart pick. Number itself is the correct choice.
Which number is neither prime nor composite?
Excellent choice. 1 is the right answer.
How many prime numbers are there up to 100?
Good thinking. 25 is the right answer.
Find AF and LOVSUM of 48 and 6 respectively.
Perfect for 72 is the correct choice.
Which of following number is multiple of A?
Right again. 16 is a valid answer.
Divisibility by 2, 5, 10 can be checked by.
Well reasoned. Last digit is the correct choice.
Which is the smallest prime factor of 19? Valid point. 7 is true. Select the prime number from the following. Correct response. 31 is the most accurate answer. What number is the only even prime number?
Good job. Your answer 2 works well here.
How many prime numbers are less than 20? Smart pick. 8 is the correct choice.
45 is divisible by which set of numbers?
Solid response. 1515 for 5 is a valid choice. Dash equal to 4215, where 0 is the dash identity.
Excellent choice. 0 additive is the right answer.
The smallest even prime number is dash.
Well picked. 2 is the correct answer.
The only prime number which is also even?
Smart move. 2 is an accurate answer.
By what other name is SCF also known as?
Right choice. GCD is the best answer.
The smallest three-digit prime number is?
On track. 1 on 1 is the correct answer.
The product of three odd numbers is odd.
Bravo, true is the answer.
Name the next 3 prime numbers after 23.
Well done. 29, 31, 37 is the right choice.
Every number is not a factor of itself. Right again. False is a valid answer. Dash is the smallest even prime number. Great job. 2 is the accurate answer. The sum of first 5 prime numbers is? Perfect. 28 is the correct choice. Every number is the multiple of itself. Good thinking. True is the right answer. The number 7 has dash number of factor. Excellent. 2 is a brilliant choice.
Dash is an exact divisor of a number.
You're right. Factor is the correct answer. What is a common factor of 16 and 24? Exactly. 4 makes sense and it is right choice.
The number which is divisible by 7 is?
You chose 322 and it is correct.
The smallest 8-digit number is called?
Nicely done. 1 crore is a solid answer.
The HCF of 2 co-prime numbers is?
You got it? Your choice 1 is right.
Dash is a common factor of 20 and 24.
Strong choice. 4 is the right answer.
Prime numbers do not have any factors. Great thinking. True is the right choice.
The smallest composite number is dash.
Nice selection. 4 is the correct and valid answer.
The sum of prime factors of 1729 are?
Nice work. You chose 39 and it is correct.
Factors of a given number are finite.
Clear logic. Your choice true is sound and 100% true.
The sum of 3 odd numbers is even.
Sharp thinking. False is the right choice.
Which number is not a multiple of 3?
Correct. 14 is the right answer.
Solve the following sum. 3x2 plus 15 equal to?
Right again. 21 is a valid answer.
Composite numbers have dash of factors.
Good thinking. More than 2 is the right answer.
Who invented the prime number sieve?
You chose Eratosthenes, and it is correct.
1 million is equal to how many lakhs?
Great job. 10 is the accurate answer.
LCM of 2 co-prime numbers is there?
Correct. Product is the right answer. 60 is the multiple of which number?
Smart pick. 15 is the correct choice.
Dash is neither prime nor composite.
Well picked. 1 is the correct answer.
First three multiples of 5 are dash.
Excellent choice. 5, 10, 15 is the right answer.
The prime number which is even is
Perfect. 2 is the correct choice.
What is the smallest two-digit prime?
Clear logic. Your choice 11 is sound and 100% true.
What is the seventh multiple of 9?
Smart move. 63 is an accurate answer.
dash is the only even prime number.
Good job. Your answer too works well here.
Which of these is the factor of 50?
Excellent. 10 is a brilliant choice.
The number of factors of 1 is dash.
Nice work. You chose 1 and it is correct.
Which list has only prime numbers?
Sharp thinking. 357 is the right choice. Dash is the smallest factor of 12.
Strong choice. 1 is the right answer.
Which of these is divisible by 3?
Well reasoned. 804 is the correct choice.
Dash is a factor of every number. Great thinking. 1 is the right choice. 11 and 17 are dash prime numbers.
Nicely done. Co-prime numbers is a solid answer.
Common multiple of 15 and 10 is?
Exactly. 30 makes sense and it is right choice.
The number of multiples of 10 is?
You're right. Infinite is the correct answer.
A number can have dash multiples.
Solid response. Infinite is a valid choice.
Smallest odd composite number is?
Valid point. 9 is true. Select correct descending order.
On track, 7436 is the correct answer.
1 is the factor of every number.
Nice selection. True is the correct and valid answer.
How many thousands make a crore?
Well done. 100,000 is the right choice.
Which number is a factor of 48?
Bravo, 6 is the answer.
The greatest even prime number.
Correct response. 2 is the most accurate answer.
Which are the co-prime numbers?
Right choice. 12 and 17 is the best answer.
Which number is divisible by 6?
You got it. Your choice 912 is right.
Common factor of 56 and 64 is?
Correct. 8 is the right answer.
Find the SEF of 12 and 16 dash.
Nice work. You chose 4, and it is correct.
What is the LCM of 3, 5, and 7? You're right. 105 is the correct answer. The first prime number is dash. Nice selection. 2 is the correct and valid answer. What is the sum of 230 and 480? You got it. Your choice 710 is right. Dash is the fifth multiple of 4.
Sharp thinking. 20 is the right choice.
An example for twin primes is?
Right again. 3, 5 is a valid answer.
Which is not a factor of 9. Nicely done. Zo is a solid answer.
third multiple of 6 is dash.
You chose 18, and it is correct.
The full form of SCF is dash.
Perfect. Highest common factor is the correct choice.
The Lasimadi 96 125 16.
Correct response. Lu 1000 is the most accurate answer.
Find the LCM of 12 and 18.
Strong choice. 36 is the right answer.
1 is a dash of every number.
Solid response. Factor is a valid choice.
Find the HCF of 96 1/5.
Great job. 6 is the accurate answer.
The prime factors of 90 are
Valid point 2335 is true.
What is the full form of HCF? Good job. Your answer, highest common factor, works well here.
What is the HCF of 81?
Excellent choice. 9 is the right answer.
The HCF 120 and 240 is.
Well picked. 60 is the correct answer.
265 divisible by 5.
Great thinking. Yes is the right choice.
Which number is not prime? Excellent. 21 is a brilliant choice.
HCF of 2 even numbers is
Clear logic. Your choice 2 is sound and 100% true. Is 19A74 divisible by 11?
smart move. Yes is an accurate answer.
The CF of 70 to 5 is?
Smart pick. 35 is the correct choice.
Usual form of 100x5 plus 7.
Well reasoned. 507 is the correct choice.
is 58 12 divisible by 3.
Well done. Yes is the right choice.
Is 64 prime or composite?
Right choice. Composite is the best answer.
All prime numbers are odd.
On track. False is the correct answer.
Is 5625 divisible by 9?
Good thinking. Yes is the right answer.
Is 497 divisible by 3?
Bravo. Yes is the answer.
Dash is a multiple of 12.
Exactly. 12 makes sense and it is right choice. 1 crore is similar to.
Nice selection. 100 lakhs is the correct and valid answer.
Name the factors of 27. Valid point. 13927 is true.
3 and 5 are a dash of 15.
Good job. Your answer factors works well here.
What is a factor of 24?
Well picked. 8 is the correct answer.
Is 7310 divisible by?
Great thinking. Yes is the right choice.
LCM of 10, 15 and 20 is?
Correct response. 60 is the most accurate answer.
The CF of 12 and 16 is?
Bravo. 4 is the answer.
And SWIL of 24 and 36 is?
You chose 72 and it is correct.
Dash is a factor of 20.
You're right. All of the above is the correct answer.
This is a factor of 14.
Nicely done. Sen is a solid answer.
1 crore equal to dash million.
Correct. 10 million is the right answer. The hef of 66,770.
Strong choice. 11 is the right answer.
Is 93 a prime number?
Solid response. No is a valid choice. What is the number 1?
Well done. Unique number is the right choice.
First odd prime number.
Excellent choice. 3 is the right answer.
Is 6 a factor of 42? Right again. Yes is a valid answer.
Is not divisible by.
Exactly. 11 makes sense and it is right choice. Prime numbers have.
Sharp thinking. Exactly 2 factors is the right choice.
Learn sum of 36 and 7 to...
Excellent. 72 is a brilliant choice.
Fine.
Nice work. You chose 192 and it is correct.
Learn sum of 17 and 5 is...
Good thinking. 85 is the right answer.
80 plus plus. You got it.
Your choice 20 is right.
Is divisible by 11. Right choice. False is the best answer. 0 divided by 2 is...
Smart pick. Zoe is the correct choice.
3 plus x 2 7.
Great job. 59 is the accurate answer.
28 and 40.
On track. 4 is the correct answer.
Factor of 21 is.
Well reasoned. 7 is the correct choice.
15 divided by Zoe.
Smart move. Undefined is an accurate answer.
The thought of equal to dash.
Clear logic. Your choice 45 is sound and 100% true. 2x equal to...
Perfect. 24 is the correct choice. 9 plus 5, 6, 2. Correct. 2 is the right answer.
Fox 5 2 plus 4.
Clear logic. Your choice 22 is sound and 100% true.
1 is a.
Correct response. Universal factor is the most accurate answer.
1 is a...
Good job. Your answer odd number works well here.
Fee.
Bravo. Factors of 15 is the answer.
1 is...
Nice selection. Neither prime nor composite is the correct and valid answer.
How you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format.
Great job. Contact Narayan Changda on Facebook is the accurate answer.